Good morning, yogi friends, and welcome to day 2 of your 5-day yoga challenge with me, Wandering Alice. Today we're just going to be taking a really nice, gentle, seated and staying down on the mat stretch, just easing ourselves in to these postures and poses. And we're also going to be thinking about how we can stretch ourselves, how we can take these stretches off the mat, on the mat, and take them into our lives off the mat. How can we weave yoga into every part of our life? So yeah, just taking a comfortable seat, and we're just going to start like this. And let's just arrive, let's just take a moment. You made it to your mat again, day 2. Congratulate yourself, I congratulate you. Most of the battle is actually making it to a space where we do practice. So we're here. Let's take some breaths together and think about that intention. Just get my little dog settled. She does like to sit with me while I'm doing yoga. So close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Let's just take a breath. Inhaling, sigh it out. Let everything go. So inhale something you need to let go of. Exhale, sigh it out. One more, inhale. Make it count, really let it go. And then stretch your arms all the way up, 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 up and over. Take your gaze up. Bring some good energy into your heart space. And then release your left hand to your right knee. And we'll come straight into a twist. So taking your right hand all the way behind you. And just taking your gaze to wherever feels comfortable for you. Making sure that you're grounding your hips. They're not lifting up off the mat. You're releasing your shoulders, you're releasing your facial muscles, and you're not gripping your knee, you're just very gently holding your knee. And take a couple of breaths here. And then let it go, come back to center, taking your right hand now to your left knee, left hand behind you. Take your gaze behind as far as feels comfortable, releasing hips to mat, releasing shoulders, releasing facial muscles. Close your eyes if that feels right for you. And breathe, remembering not to grip your knee. You're just being gentle. And then release back to center. This time we're going to bring right hand to the mat, lift left arm up, and come down as far as feels good for you to take a nice side stretch. You might want to come all the way down. You might want to stay near the top, and everything is fine. Yoga is not competition, and I'm not judging you. Take your gaze up if you want to, and just feel that stretch down the side of the body. Really allow yourself to wake up to the movement, the stretching in your amazing body. And then release. Feels so good, doesn't it? Then take your left hand, and again, you can be right here if that's where it feels good for you, or you can come further down. Releasing hips into the mat, making sure your shoulders aren't hunched up. Take your gaze up if your neck is happy. And just smile. Day 2, you're taking care of yourself. You're just allowing yourself this space. And then releasing, coming back up, and we're going to come to our knees now. So coming onto your mat, onto knees. And we're going to do some cat-cows just to get us moving this morning. So hands and wrists directly underneath shoulders, hips over knees, knees at hip distance, gazing at your mat, and then drop your belly, lift your chin. Inhale as you do. Exhale as you curve your back and tuck your chin under. Really stretch it out. And if your knees are uncomfortable, pop a blanket under your knees, no problem. Inhale, let everything go. Exhale, curve the back, cat back. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Neutral spine. And we're going to do thread the needle. So keeping hips exactly where they are over knees as much as possible, and then taking one arm up, stretch it all the way up to the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. Take your gaze up, feel the stretch in your body, connect with your body, and then release that hand and thread it under the other arm, bringing your shoulder towards the mat as far as feels comfortable and walking the other hand forward gently. And just be here for a moment. Stretching, feeling, checking in with your body, your physical self, and just think about how often do you make time for yourself to truly stretch yourself, physically, emotionally, mentally, and where can you go if you take the time to stretch? And then release back to a neutral spine, come up gently, no sudden movements. Take a little moment here to wriggle around. We're going to do the other side. Right arm or left arm, whichever is the opposite for you. Take your gaze up and then thread that arm through, bringing your shoulder down and walking the other hand forward. And again, just breathe into it. Just really relish these 10 minutes of you time. And then when you're ready, walk your hands back, and we're going to come into extended child's pose. So just up onto your hands for a moment, and then bring your toes to touch behind you, your knees as wide as your mat, and begin to sink your bum down. If this is too much for you, you can always pop a cushion in between the backs of your calves and your thighs. That makes it a little bit easier. And you can walk your hands forward. You can even stack fists or bring a cushion underneath your chest. Make yoga work for you. That's what I'm going to be encouraging you to do all week. Yoga is like water, and you are the receptacle. It's not the other way round. So there is yoga. A pose can be adapted for everybody. And it's also about thinking about what feels good for you. And that's why I want you this week to really consider yoga on the mat and off the mat. Because the questions that you ask yourself on the mat, you can ask them of yourself off the mat too. Today you're tuning in with your physical body, you're stretching, you're just taking this time. How might you tune in with yourself as you go about your day? How might you encourage yourself to stretch in other ways? And just let yourself surrender, melt into the mat. And again, this is your peaceful place. This is your place to come to rebalance and to think about what you need. And when you're ready, just gently begin to walk your way up, coming onto your bum. Bring your legs out in front of you, and we'll just take a little stretch over. If you can't reach your toes, that's fine. If your hands are just here, just reach over, feel the stretch down the back of your legs. Try and ease your back a little bit, try and let everything go. Your physical body is a miracle. Make this time to show it that you care. And make this time to show yourself that you care about yourself. Releasing, coming up, coming back to a seated position. Nice and slow, no sudden movements. Thank you for practicing with me today, just 10 minutes. Think about how your body feels when you take that time to stretch, to really, just really think about how you're moving, really checking in with yourself. Go forth into your day and take those feelings and those messages, anything that came to you on the mat this morning, take it with you and let me know in the comments what showed up for you. I'd love to know. See you tomorrow, friends. Namaste.